it, Minnie here.
First up for our Kids Active Recess Westside series, we have netball star Bianca Chatfield joining us.
So get ready to stop and go.
Grab a netball or anything else bouncy, a drink bottle, hat and sunscreen if you're going to be outside.
We look forward to seeing your passing and footwork skills.
You'll be a pro netballer before you know it.
Hey everyone, I'm Bianca Chatfield and I am the head coach of the VU Netball Academy. I also used to play netball with the Australian Diamonds and with the Melbourne Vixens, and so I wanted to take you through a workout today that was a little bit netball based, but also stuff that you can do no matter what sport that you play. A little bit of fitness, a little bit of footwork, and we'll also get the netball in there as well. Before we start, I would also like to recognise and acknowledge the Boonwurrung, Wadwurrung and Woorwurrung as the traditional owners of the land and pay my respects to their ancestors and elders. Okay, are we ready to warm up? This one I've labelled ready, set, go, stop. Now the reason I've said that is because if you do have someone at home, maybe your brother or your sister or your mum and dad is there, they can yell out stop at any time just so that you stop what you're doing, okay? It just adds a little bit of fun to it, and I promise that it won't go for too long, all right? Are we ready to get started? Let's go. Okay, so this first one, all you need is a little bit of space, and we're just running forwards, running backwards. And this is where if someone's around, they can yell out stop, and as soon as you hear stop, you're gonna stop like this, and then they say go again. Running forwards, running backwards, stop, and then keep going. We're just doing this for 1 minute, that's it. We're just gonna stretch out our quads, so just holding your leg up like this, just for a couple of seconds, grabbing onto the other one, have your hand out to balance, or you can grab onto something if there's something nearby. So just stretching, just a couple of seconds on each side, that's it. Then we're also going to do our hamstrings. So how we do those, we're just going to stretch, walk a couple of steps, stretch on the other leg. All while we're catching our breath back. Okay, now this is a very specific netball move and it's sidestepping. We're also going to do that to our ready, set, go, stop, okay? So if someone's there to yell out stop, then let them do that. All we're doing is we're sidestepping. That's it, from side to side. So if you've got someone to say stop, stop. Wait for the go, go. So just moving, pushing off on your outside leg when you get to the other side. That's it. Stop. With your side stepping, now it's time to stretch out our calves, which is this part of our leg. So we're going to stand up on our toes as high as we possibly can. Then we're going to go up onto our calves. And we can do it walking. So we're walking, standing on our heels, and then we go up. And we're walking, standing on our toes. Heels for 4, on your toes for 4. Might feel and look a bit strange, but you do get a stretch up the back of your legs. But same with our ready, steady, go, stop, but this time we're jumping. So I just want you to do little jumps in the air, just like this, little bounds. And if someone's there to say stop, rest for a couple of seconds and then let's keep going. Try and get higher and higher each time. Stop. Whew, this one's tiring on your legs. Stop. Then after that, let's just rotate out through our backs. Lots of spinning, you can take your arms out. Good job. Creating some windmills. Go down, we can like windmill round to our toes as well. This also should give you a stretch up the back of your legs. Then take the windmill back up and back around your body. We've got a couple of more activities to do just to warm up. Now, all I want you to do is 10 of these. So 10 star jumps. You all would have done star jumps before. So just doing 10, you can do them as quick as you like. So 10 with your arms out like this. And then to make it a little bit trickier, we're going to bring our arms in. So we're going to go like that. A bit like we're being a seal, aren't we? Here we go. So we go legs out and then clap in front of you this time. That's it. We're just going to do that for 10. Now we need to do some stretches. So it's important that we're moving all the time. So now this one, our stretch that we're going to do is we're just going to lunge down, rotate side to side. Lunge down, rotate side to side. That's it. Keep stretching your legs, also up and back as well. Try and maintain your balance. It's not always easy. And the last little bit for our warm-up is doing a little bit of jumps and a little bit of balance. So we're going to try and do it on one leg. So what I want you to do is find yourself some space. All we're going to be doing is going one side, then the next side. One side, then the next side. I want you to jump and try and balance on one leg if you can. And then jump across and try and balance on one leg. Now, if you are wobbling like that, a little trick that you can do is you can just bend this knee a little bit more. So we're jumping, we're bending that knee, and we're balancing. We're jumping, we're bending that knee, we're balancing. Now I want you to pretend that there's a spider underneath your heel, because all your body weight should go through this part of your heel. And imagine if there's a spider underneath it, we'd want to squash it, wouldn't we? So jump across, squash that spider. Jump across, squash that spider. Jump across. All right, now let's try and get a bit quicker if we can. Jump across, squash the spider. Squash it, squash it, squash it, squash it, squash it. Good job. I hope you're feeling warm. I hope you feel ready to go. Now we've got some netball stuff to get into. It's now time for some footwork fun. So all you need is 2 markers. I'm going to use 2 drink bottles. That's all we need for this one, because all you're doing is marking out space on the ground that we're going to run around anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my markers just on the ground like this, making sure they stay upright, but if you knock it over, it does not matter at all. So the first one, similar to what we were just doing with our balancing, this time what I want you to do is I want you to jump over one, jump over the next one. So ready? Jump over one, jump over the next one. All right, let's try and do that a little bit quicker this time. That's it. And I wonder if you can do it without looking down. Try and look up the whole time. So you're not looking at your markers, you're just looking straight ahead. That's it, good job. Now if you want to make this a little bit harder, we're going to land on one leg on the outside of our cones. Ready? So we're going to jump up, land on one, jump up, land on the other one. Remember squashing that spider if you can at the bottom of your foot. The next one is we're using the cone still. This time we're going to run around like we're creating the number 8 with our feet. So we're starting at this point and I want you to go around like that, taking lots of little quick steps. So you really want to move your feet quickly. That's it, around we go. We're going to do 10 laps. That gets you tired, doesn't it? Now I want you to try this time and go through taking as many steps as you can. You ready? So really quick little steps, pump your arms while you do it, go round. Lots of little steps. That's it, we're just gonna do 2 of these. Great work. Whew. That is tiring work. Okay, we're nearly there. We've got a few more little footwork activities to do for you. You need your 2 cones and we're gonna place them in a bit of a different spot this time. So if you come with me, we're gonna place one here and then we're gonna take 2 steps. So then we go 1, 2, and place the other one just about there in line with the cone. We're going to find ourselves a spot. Now I'm going to use this leaf here as my marking point. So we're in a bit of a triangle. So this time, we're still going to run around the cones, but we're always going to come back to this point. So we're just going to do 2 on each side. My cone's already fallen over, doesn't matter. Okay, so we're running up, around, back to this point. Push off, run up, around, and back to this point. And then the next time around, we're going to go on the other side first. So we're going to go up, around, back to this point. Up, around, back to this point. It's your turn to have a go and see. Try and go as quickly as you can. Let's really start to build the speed up a little bit. Okay, it's time to get netball fit now. So it's important that we do get our heart rate up. So to start off with, now you can be holding a ball, and I just want you to pretend you're skipping, as if you've got a skipping rope in your hands. So we're just moving our legs in this order, like that. We're going to throw in the ball, just going from side to side. Try and balance, pushing it off with our fingertips. So quick movement of the ball while we're moving our feet. So we're only going to do this for 30 seconds. Great job. Now we're going to expand on that because I know you're good at that already and that wasn't too tricky for you. Keep the ball in your hand. This time we're going to do bigger lunges. So we're going to go from this position and we're going to jump up to the middle, jump back down onto the other leg. Jump up to the middle, jump back down onto the other leg. So when you start doing a bit quicker, this is what it will look like. With the ball, we can move the ball from side to side. Again, just for 30 seconds. Whew. Can you feel your heart beating? I know I can. For this next exercise, you don't need the ball, so you can throw that away. We're getting down onto our mats and we're going to do what's called mountain climbers. If you don't have a mat, doesn't matter, just jump onto the grass. So we're in a push-up position like this. And we're just running our legs like this with our knees going into the middle of our hands. We can just step it out to start with. And once you're feeling good and you feel strong, then we start running our legs as if we were running upright, but we're not. Just for 30 seconds, nice and quick. This next one, we need the ball in our hands. This is what it's going to look like. So we're going to squat down, we're going to feed the ball around our legs, hold onto the ball, jump up in the air, back to our spot. Ball around our legs in a figure of 8, jump up and land. That's it. Jump up and land. Round you go, jump up and land. Great job. Just 10 of these. Way. Now it's time for a drink break. Hopefully you've got some water with you, and I would try and drink 4 of these little bottles a day. These are 500 ml, so I try and drink 2 litres of water a day. And you know what else is really important? That we eat lots of healthy foods. So it's okay to occasionally have some chocolate and sometimes foods, but what's really important, what helps our bodies work, and what helps our bodies be able to run faster and train harder, is making sure we eat lots of fruit and veggies and healthy foods every single day. And if we train hard, then that means even more water to add to our day. Next bit we're going to do is throwing the ball on the wall. All you need is a ball and a wall. And outside is much, much better than inside. I don't think your mum and dad would be very happy throwing the ball against an inside wall. So find somewhere outside. We're going to start off on the ground though. So we're going to start off just sitting down, and all I want you to do is just tapping the ball between your fingers like this. Even though this seems really, really easy, it's actually really good practice. Doesn't matter if you're just a young netballer or if you're an elite netballer and playing with the Melbourne Vixens or the Diamonds, it doesn't matter. This is the kind of stuff we have to practice all the time. So I want you to try and do this for 30 seconds. I've come down to the local park, so this is where I found this wall. So what we're going to do is just some simple exercises, and rather than having to throw to anybody, the wall is going to rebound the ball back for us. So the first one we're doing is just some quick chest passes. So we're only going to do 20, and you're just going to throw against the wall like this. So you're about 1 meter away from the wall. And we're just, the correct stance is to make sure, so I'm just going to move down here so you can see the correct stance is to have 1 foot forward and your hands at chest high. So flicking the ball, that's it, just doing 20. Great work. Now we're going to add in some movement with our feet. So when we're going to do it, so we're going to do 1 side step, 2 side step, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just 10 with that little bit of movement. I'm going to make it a little bit trickier now, but I know you're up for it. And remember, it's all about having a go first. Don't worry if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter at all. We're going to stand with the ball above our heads, and we're going to keep our feet shoulder width apart and just try and control the ball in the air like this. Now, once we've done 20 up here, you want to try and move your hands down to the side, keeping control. Don't move your feet, keep your feet nice and still. We'll come down as if we're working in a clock. So we're at 12 o'clock here, and we come down and we try and get to 3 o'clock. Then we come back up, and then we try and get to 9 o'clock. And then we come back up. Now, if that's too tricky, stand a little bit closer to the wall. Even if you just a step off it, that's okay too. We want to practice at this level, and then we make it harder once we can do it. What I want you to try and do is we're going to balance on one leg. So balancing on one leg, and you're just going to pass and catch. So we're just doing that for 10. And remember what we learned at the start, if you start to wobble around, just bend that knee a little bit more. That's it, and then we're going to change onto our other leg. So bending it a little bit, try and keep that balance. Again, if you need to, if it's too hard, come close to the wall, that's it. And just 10, and then you can have a rest. Now I want you to take a little bit of a further step back, and we're going to try one-handed. And when we do one-handed passes, you're going to step forward with your, so if you're right-handed, you're going to step forward with your left foot. So you're stepping forward and throwing at the wall. So I'm just going to come across here. So we want to be at least 2 meters from the wall, because this is about power, this pass. So we're stepping forward, arm up, elbow up, and we're pushing the ball at the wall. We can catch with 2, we're just going to throw with 1. So at this stage, we're just going to practice doing 10. That's it. Throw with 1, catch with 2. And again, if that's too easy for you, take a step back. If it's too hard for you, just come in a little bit closer, just to make it a little bit easier on yourself. And if you're game enough, why don't you practice that on your left-hand side? So stepping forward now with our right leg, and we have our left arm up. So starting nice and close, throw with 1, catch with 2. And I've got one last ball drill for you. Now this one, we're going to throw it up a little bit higher, and this time I want you to really jump and land, and we're going to use some of those jumping skills that we did before. So starting in here, and we're going to just throw the ball up nice and high, so just a bit higher in the air, but as soon as it hits the wall, I want you to jump up and try and grab it. So we're going up, jump up, and pull it in with 2 hands. So throw it up, pull it in with 2 hands. And just doing 10 of those. So you want to make sure it lands in your hands before your feet hit the ground. I hope you've enjoyed our session today. I know I sure have. Make sure when we do finish up anything like that, that we do some stretches. So at the start during our warm-up, we're doing our stretches moving around. Well, now you can do your stretches while you're sitting down. So we don't need the netball anymore. Stretching out our hamstrings is really important because we've given them a bit of a workout. So we can just spend 20 seconds on each leg. We're also going to be doing our glutes, so that's just up the back of our legs here, so really hug that knee into your chest when you're doing this. Just for 20 seconds, and we can swap over. Hug that knee in. We can also do our quads. Now this one takes a little bit of a balance, so we're going to lunge forward. You can reach that foot, keep your back nice and straight. Now that stretches up the front of our legs, and all that jumping puts a lot of impact through the front of our legs. And swap onto the other leg. Hope you've all got your water bottles and you're ready to have a big drink, because I'm sure you would have worked up a bit of a sweat during that session, and especially those fitness drills. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you've had a huge amount of fun, as well as working hard and working on some of those netball skills. They're really important to keep up your fitness, to keep up your ball handling skills, your reflexes, everything. While we can't be on the netball court right now, but as soon as netball can start back up again, I know that you're going to be ready to go. I am the head coach of the VU Netball Academy, so there's plenty of opportunity in the future for hopefully to see some of your faces come and join us. We run selections every November, December for our academy. Academy is for a whole 12 months, and I would love to see some of you a part of it in the future.